Political analyst and contributor for the Griot, Zerlina Maxwell, and Republican strategist John Brabender. Good to see both of you. Good morning.
Morning.
Good to see you. Zerlina, as you know, the pressure was building, including from Democrats on both houses. So what does the president have to say this morning?
I think that he just needs to give people options. An administrative fix, which is what we're talking about here, is really important because it gives people a choice. And I think a lot of these people that are finding themselves with plans that they are now getting canceled are going to find that there are more affordable options on the exchanges. You know, Democrats really need to stick together here, and the president needs to lead, and that's what he's going to do today.
On the other side, John, the Republicans, they have been saying, the president said you can keep your plan, and they've been saying that he misled the American public. If he comes out today and he says, here's how you can keep your plan, is that going to silence anybody on your side of the aisle?
Well, the good news is it's the president coming back to earth and coming to the reality that most people on the planet have already come to, and that is that Obamacare has been a disaster. We saw the numbers that were released yesterday were abysmal. We see all the problems of people being canceled, and the president's denying that at first, and then saying that he, would maybe do something about it or not. Finally, he's coming to the resolution that this is a problem and they better have fixes. And let's not forget, they already had to delay the business aspect of this for a year. Now,
but you're not answering my question, which is it going to silence the critics on your side if he's giving them what they say that he should? Or is the fact of the matter, what we heard from many Democrats in one of the recent hearings just yesterday, that in fact the Republicans don't want to fix this plan? They don't want things to go well.
I don't think that's true at all. I think that the good news is that Obama is finally admitting to the whole world that Obamacare is failing and needs to be fixed. And the problem is the Republicans were warning we were going to get to this position, and we're trying to fix it before we got to this position by delaying it. But at least the president is now listening to the Republicans and understands there is a problem, and I'm happy that he recognizes that and is planning to fix it.
Zerlina, is that what happened
If you want to fix something or improve upon it, you don't try to repeal it 40 plus times. So that, I mean, the idea that Republicans are invested in making sure that Obamacare's success is just patently false. But I think the bottom line here is that the enrollment numbers, while low, I think they give a misleading picture because the enrollment numbers were 5 times higher than the enrollment in the first month of Romneycare. So while there's only 106,000 people enrolled, that doesn't cover people like me who went onto the exchange to compare plans and have yet to sign up because you have until December the 15th.
There are two aspects of this, and a lot of Democrats who have been getting nervous, and especially those up for re-election have been getting nervous. There's sort of a messaging and part of this, but there is also the technical part of it, and none of this makes any difference, does it, if they don't get this fixed?
Well, no, they absolutely, #1 priority, get that website fixed, make sure that people are able to log on, find out what available options, affordable options are available for them, and then sign up and then start coverage on January the 1st. The bottom line here is that we want people to have health insurance, and Republicans do not. That's why they shut down the government. That's why they've tried to repeal it 40 plus times. That's why we have a new amendment that basically is repeal, piecemeal. And I think that Democrats need to stick together, hold together. The president, I think it's important that he's coming out to make sure that there's an administrative fix just so the bad news stops a little bit.
John, if let's say the health care website gets fixed, let's say it's working well at the end of the month. Can Congress get beyond this? Can Congress get to the point where they can seriously take on things like immigration, seriously take a look at the budget?
Well, let's be realistic, okay? The Democrats are out there today shooting at Boehner for saying that he is not going to take a vote on immigration between now and the end of the year. You're talking about a 1,400-page bill that affects 12 million illegal immigration people that are here illegally. Why in the world, after the failures of Obamacare, where they can't even get a website to work, are we going to move quickly and in a matter of weeks vote on a bill that affects so many people and is 1,400 pages? So I would say the first thing we should concentrate on is taking this terrible Obamacare that's been a disaster. Everybody knows it's a disaster. Democrat House members yesterday were blasting it. Why don't we try to fix that and do what we should do with there first, and then we can move on to immigration. But let's prove we can at least get Obamacare at least somewhat functional.
Well, we will hear from Nancy Pelosi, we think, in just a few minutes. We'll keep our eye on that, and of course the president coming up in the next hour. Zerlina Maxwell, John Brabender, thank you.
Thank you.